Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Alison, and if you're new here, welcome. I hope that you enjoy this video, and if you're coming back, thank you so much for returning. This is my 6th week on Mounjaro. I've just completed it. Tomorrow I'll be taking my third dose at 5 milligrams. And so I want to make a quick video, A, for myself, and B, just to share with others what it's been like for me on my Mounjaro journey. This is my experience. I'm not a medical professional. I don't have any training or qualifications, and I can't give out any kind of advice, but this is what I have experienced. So I found this week quite difficult. I took my second dose of 5 milligrams of Mounjaro on Thursday last week at 9 o'clock in the morning. And within about 2 or 3 hours, I could feel that stone feeling in my stomach where my stomach just felt full. I don't think I'd even eaten anything by that time, but I felt full, quite bloated. Um, I felt nauseous, and I felt queasy probably until about Sunday mid-afternoon. So that was a good 4 days, and that really troubled me a little bit. Had a little bit of diarrhea on Sunday, and then was constipated Monday and Tuesday. So that's all the niceties of being on Manjaro over and done with. Yeah, so maybe a bit TMI, but that's how I felt, and that's the purpose of this video. And so I did struggle. I struggled with feeling nauseous and queasy, and this is the first time that I've really felt it. So I am hoping that it was just maybe a combination of the fact that I was on antibiotics still, B, that it was just my body getting used to the 5 milligrams. So it wasn't debilitating in any way, shape, or form, but I just did not like it. And I didn't like having to work and be out and talking to people all the time and dealing with different situations. And I did find that I was probably rather grumpy on Friday, but it was more that I just felt so nauseous that I just didn't really want to be dealing with anything. But what I have found to help, and I now swear by, is peppermint tea. So when I have that feeling of the stone in my stomach, if I drink peppermint tea, it does kind of relax things, and that feeling dissipates a little bit. And likewise, just to help my stomach not feel so bloated, or to get my digestive system moving again, I've been drinking peppermint tea, and I have really enjoyed it. I was suggested to drink ginger tea, and I do like ginger tea, but I'd never really had peppermint tea before now, and I've just fallen in love with it. So I am on a bit of a peppermint tea craze, and I'm having it every opportunity I possibly can do, to the extent that I've kind of stopped drinking coffee, and I'm mainly drinking peppermint tea now. But I am really enjoying it. Enjoying drinking lots of water. I did also add a little bit of squash, not much, not even a teaspoonful of squash into a litre of water, just because I needed a little bit of flavour because of feeling queasy, and that helped get through the queasiness as well. So that was kind of what this last week has been like. The other thing that I noticed about this past week was that I was back at work, whereas I'd been working from home the 2 weeks before then. So back at work, I kind of was struggling to get balance. And I was coming home and I couldn't be bothered cooking, or anything like that, because I don't get home from work until 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. And so I had, before half term, been trying to have my lunch, have my main meal at lunchtime, and then a light snack. But it just was difficult. I just was not organized, basically. So I've taken some time this week. I've made some plans. I made some soup this week, which has been really good for lunches. And I also made some chili, which I'm going to have at the end of the week. So it's just ready to go in the microwave. I've got chili and rice in the freezer, ready to go. I'm going to be making a curry today. So we're going to have curry and rice. And it is just really about preparing some food and having it ready so that I'm not having to think about it. Because I think when you don't particularly want to eat, having to think about food is actually quite a difficult task to do. So, on to the bit that everybody's interested in, the weight loss. Have I lost weight this week? Last week, I had gained £2, just under £2, when I made my video, which was a little bit disappointing. But I did lose that weight during the week, which was not 2 pounds, 2 kilograms, sorry. I did lose that weight quite quickly during the week. But this, looking at my graph of my weight loss, that seems to be my trend. So I will lose some weight, gain a little bit back, and then slowly lose that weight back again, and then lose some weight, gain a little bit back. And I think it is just my body readjusting water. Is it glycogen? Getting rid, I don't know, whatever is going on inside my body is in control of it. It's got nothing to do with me. And all I can do is put the right food in my mouth and hope for the best. So I am trying very hard. I'm still sticking. I'm on 1800 calories, but I'm struggling to eat 1800 calories. I average anywhere between 12 and a half and 1600 calories probably. And that's the most. I still am weighing most of my food out and measuring it. The only thing that I don't really measure now is vegetables, so broccoli, carrots, peas. We've had, what else have we had this week? Mushrooms, cucumber, tomato, those kind of things I don't really weigh. I just have what I feel I need. Then I still am weighing avocado because it's obviously quite high in fat. It's good fat, but it's quite high in fat. So I'll weigh that. Measure my peanut butter. I rice, potatoes, measuring those kind of things. And I'm measuring my protein only because I'm trying to make sure that I get enough of it. So that's the only reason. But I think vegetables and fruit, I tend to get enough. It's quite hard to eat 100 grams of raspberries, frozen raspberries particularly, in a yogurt. So, I don't have a bowl big enough really to put all that sort of stuff in. But I have found that where I would never have ever thought about having half a banana before, I am quite often having half a banana, putting the other half back in the fridge, and then I might have it either later that day or the next day, because it doesn't really matter to me if it's gone slightly brown. That doesn't bother me at all. But yeah, so I have my banana, and yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying the food that I'm eating. The last 2 nights we had a quiche. So I bought Marks and Spencer's make protein wraps that have got 10 grams of protein in it. So I used the wrap as the quiche base. And then we had eggs and broccoli, cheese, mushrooms, onion inside there. And then I just had some roasted vegetables on the side. So peppers, onion, broccoli, cauliflower, a little bit of sweet potato. What else did we have? Carrots. But yeah, very nice. Just very simple, but filling because it's got a lot of. Oh, I put corn in the mix as well, so we had corn chunks in there. So yeah, really good. Really enjoyed that. In case you didn't know, I was vegetarian. I am vegetarian, and yeah. So my back to my weight. I'm kind of jumping around all over the place here. Sorry. Back to my weight. I have lost now 11.2 kilograms, which is 1 stone, 10 pound, 10.7 pounds, or 24.7 pounds, whatever you use. I use kilograms because that's what my GP uses. That doesn't really mean very much to me. So I'm kind of a stones and pounds person, but I'm weighing myself in kilograms because it just makes it easier for when I'm talking to my GP or my dietitian. And then when I started this journey, my blood sugar fasted was about 12 and a half mmol, whatever that is. And then at 2 hours after a meal, between 10 and a half and 12, so not good at all. And today I woke up with a fasting blood sugar of 5.7, so I was very pleased with that. Last week I saw it dip below the 6 twice. I had a 5.3 and a 5.7. That was 2 hours post meal, so I was very pleased with that. And on the whole, my blood sugars fasting have been between the highest it's been is 7.3, and the lowest it's been is today's 5.7. But before that, the lowest it was 6.2. So again, very pleased with that. And then 2 hour post meal check was the highest was 7.1, and the lowest was 5.3. So those are really good. I think they're a fairly healthy range for my blood sugar. I'd love to see it be more in the fives, like not necessarily lower in fives, but more consistently in the fives. I feel that would be a really good goal to aim for. Not sure how I get there, but the next appointment I have, I will be speaking and asking that question. What I want to do, I'm a few kilograms away from the maximum weight limit on my husband's walk pad. He's convinced I'll be fine, but I'm very much well, if the rule book says this, I shouldn't do it. But I do, I mean, I can go outside and walk. I do get that. I absolutely hate walking, and I hate walking anywhere. Um, and the fact that I have to go all the way down 3 flights of stairs and then all the way up 3 flights of stairs to go out for a walk is the thing that puts me off. I am just lazy when it comes to that. I but I do think that now that it's a bit darker at night and maybe I want to watch a movie or something like that, I would like to try and get on his walk pad. He's keen for me to do that as well. So yeah, so I've been trying to make a space in our lounge because it was obviously the walk pad was in his office so that he could walk whilst he was working. But he doesn't actually do that very much, so I'm making a space in the lounge for it. But I want to try and do lunch and then a 10-minute walk, and then after dinner, a 10-minute walk, just to see what difference that will make. I might not have started it by the next video, by next week, but within the next couple of weeks, I am definitely going to start to do that. I want to try and include that. And the other thing that I want to try and do is bring back some strength training. So way back before the pandemic, I did used to go to the gym 3 times a week, had a personal trainer, and I was lifting weights, and I was successfully losing weight on a calorie deficit and strength training. But gyms are just so expensive now. Money's tight. I don't have that level of finance. So going to the gym is not an option at the moment. But what I do have is I do have some resistance bands. I do have a 10 kilogram kettlebell, and I do have 2 5 kilogram dumbbells. And given that I haven't exercised or strength trained in probably 3.5 years, I think that it'd be really good for me to start out with some of those things again at home, just doing some seated exercises and a few simple things. And so I want to start introducing that between now and the end of the year. I want to start doing those kind of things again, and hopefully that will help me as well to get some strength back because I really have none. But I am noticing, so when I do go out, I do sometimes go out. When I do go outside, I can walk further, which is really good, and I can walk a little bit more at ease. I don't know if that's quite the right way to say that, but it's easier to walk basically. So I am noticing that, and that is really good, and I'm very pleased with that. And I do want to see that continue and improve, and so that's why I want to start doing these little bits of exercise. Now, it's not all about my body shape or size or my weight. I just want to get fitter and healthier, and I want to be able to do things that I'm not able to do at the moment. And there's a huge list of things that I'm not able to do at the moment. And I just want to have the energy to be able to do that. So, the other thing that I'm doing is I'm trying to practice getting to bed at a really good, reasonable time every night as well. And I want to be consistent at getting to bed and getting to sleep so that my body is learning, oh, this is the time I rest. This is the time I get up. This is the time we do this. And so, yeah, so I'm just really trying to be a holistic in what I do, and look after myself. I don't think I've looked after myself properly for a long time. And yeah, that's the plan. So, this is not the best flattering angle for any kind of video, but it is what it is, and this is me. So, if nobody's told you, just know that you are special, and that if you are needing encouragement, drop a comment down below. I'm sure I can encourage you in some way. If you have any ways of anything tea that you drink to get rid of that nausea feeling, or you have any good ways of going to the toilet, then drop me a comment and let me know as well. And I will give you my week 7 update next week. So until then, take care. Bye.